to you.
Any work for me?
That depends. How's your hearing?
What?
I said, how's your hearing?
It's perfectly fine. You don't have to scream at me.
Because there is this one little job going. Fine. So here's the problem. My friend is a birder, and he left. They're good to trade. Rich gentlemen hang them caged up in their chambers.
I see.
The trouble is, the nightingales are gone. I don't know how, but...
Hang on.
Not exactly. Luckily, their wings are clipped, so they won't be far, and the watchman in the tower told me they headed off toward Vranik. I have traps prepared.
Fine. But how will I...
I hear they like pine woods, and there's a pine-covered hill just before Vranik.
Right.
That's just why you need to listen out. They kept twittering away the whole time they were...
I can't wait.
It went something like this.
What? People keep birds like that in their houses?
You know how it is. The gentry's got all manner of...
Yes.
Right. Here are the traps. Don't forget, once you hear a nightingale, set a trap nearby. You ought to be caught in it after a while.
I'll do that.
Good luck to you.
Oh.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. The main thing is, everything worked out well.
It did. It did. Thank you. And I want you to... God almighty. I've got Alishka. After all these years, me...
What's going on?
They shot on me. That...
What?
All of them.
Wait.
All right. They caught Peter of Dauba, George Weiss, and a fellow named Harold that everyone calls Frost. They're scum who've been hunted for months. Now they've finally been caught, there's a big execution being prepared. Folk will come from miles around to watch.
Well, that's a good thing for...
It would be, if I was fucking doing it.
What can we do about it?
Nothing. His lordship's decided, and that...
Nothing? You think they should be allowed to get away with this?
Well...
You have the right to executions in Ratai, don't you? Then you're in the right. Don't tell me you can't think what to do about it.
The trouble is, they already paid the execution. We can't stop the executions. Unless Heinz dropped...
Maybe...
Hal, I'm an honorable man. What the hell are you...
I was just
A bloody stupid. The best thing would be if he fucked up the executions.
Great, so how do we go about it?
The problem is, I don't know what the sentences will be. They'll...
Would the bailiff know more?
Maybe. But most likely only Heinz will know the sentence. God.
Of course.
Great. Thank you, Henry.
So where should I start?
Find out from the bailiff what their crimes are. And then... It goes back before my time. You're bound to find records of some similar... You need to find people who committed the same crimes and came from the same sort of background, noble or lowborn. Then come back to me and we'll...
I'll get moving.
And, Henry? They want to do the executions on my gibbet at Gallows Hill. I can hold them up for a while, but...
I'll bear that in mind.
Raise the alarm! Watch
Must have
out!
come from here. Where is that bot?
To arms!
What have we got here?
Could do with a bite to eat.
God be with you.
I hear there's going to be a big
There certainly is.
Who's for the chop?
The biggest outlaws and reprobates for Peter of Dauba. George Weiss.
What did they do?
What didn't they do, more like?
Who's this Peter?
A noble who lost his fortune. He's been holding up merchants from...
That's all.
At first. But then his gang started getting bloodthirsty. They wiped out a whole...
What can you tell me about Harold?
They call him Frost because he's always cool as ice. I've seen plenty of killers and thugs in my day.
Why?
They say the only thing that'll put a smile on his face is the sun. When they caught him, he had a candle made from the arm.
Christ. What about Weiss?
No one actually knows where he came from, but they say the murdering started with him.
Thanks, mate.
I'm to put myself under the bailiff's command.
Ah, so you're the young man Sir Radzig appointed.
Yes.
Very well. Sir Radzig asked me to test you a little, and as it happens, we've a few disputes to settle. It seems some of your former neighbors have been acting quite inappropriately.
I'm not sure. I'm just a boy from a fort.
Not anymore, lad. Now you're a part of Sir Radzig's Have you been to see Captain Bern...
I have. He trained me, and then Sir Hans Capon challenged me to...
I see. Sir Hans Capon likes to measure his strength against others. But be careful, Henry. Well, anyway, you're going to assist my town guard. Come to the church in the afternoon. Yaroslav the watchman, Nightingale they call him, will wait for you there. He'll show you around the town, and you need to stop by the armory to pick up some gear.
Yes, bailiff.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
So, I prowled around for a while, and I have some.
Wonderful!
All three.
So that's all of them. Excellent. Let's hope the burden never hears about my little...
Let's hope not.
Thank you, lad.
I need your advice.
Did you find out what they did?
Yes.
So tell me what you found out, and I'll see what...
Just bear in mind, I can help you work it out, but you'll only find exactly what every executioner has his own...
Peter of Dorba has many murders on his soul, but he's still a nobleman. Peter of Dorba has many murders. His neck is going on the block.
That makes sense. His crimes are great, but he's still...
George Weiss. He hasn't earned an honorable death. He's for a long drop on a short rope.
A murderer deserves nothing better. That makes sense.
Frost Herald is the worst of... The executioner will take his time with that one. He'll be begging to die. If I read correctly, it'll start with ripping the flesh.
Aye, could be. He deserves nothing better.
So, have we got everything we need?
We've covered all the possibilities. There's nothing more we can think up.
So, what's the plan then?
An executioner's greatest boast is to behead with one blow. That's why an executioner's sword needs to be a splendid piece.
I follow you, but how can I get to the sword? Couldn't it just be switched for a different one?
He'd notice straight away. It's different than a regular sword, heavier with a blunt...
I could take yours and...
He'd recognize that, too. An executioner knows his sword like the back...
So I'll have to steal it?
Yes, that's...
That'll be interesting. And how can I dull the sword?
I thought you were a blacksmith, son. It's enough to cock up the hone.
That'll do me.
With ripping of the flesh, the bastard has to suffer. But
So, if Herald drops dead...
the executioner will look like a fool.
But how can I make sure it happened?
I don't know. It depends on the skill of the executioner. An experienced one...
And the Kuttenberg executioner is deaf.
No doubt. They use a kind of special tongs, and in between the ripping, the convict...
Maybe the tongs could be spiked. I know a little, and I might be able to get something.
That would work.
What if I get the one who's supposed...
Don't do that.
That'll do. What about the hanging?
If the rope breaks when it's done, It's an unbelievable disgrace for the executioner. Folk see it.
What about switching?
That could work. I've got an old rope here I don't use anymore. It looks...
Great. I'll use that. That'll do me. Thanks.